One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. As we roll into Week 12 in our coverage of EA Sports College Football, these are the types of games that can help define your season. Kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. On the move from inside his 5. Makes a move. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
Gain of 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4.
Man, this guy is exciting to watch. When he has the ball in his hands, he can make magic happen. They're going to throw it to him. They're going to hand it off to him. They're going to get him the ball in a variety of ways, and they're doing it early in this game.
He's going to take off. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
From the comfort of the pocket, he fires it to the right.
That defender is lucky on that play because he was beat on that deep route. He's lucky the QB overthrew that play.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. On the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it. And he's in for the score. Touchdown. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. He'll bring it back looking for help. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And the offense heads on onto the field to get the drive started. Handoff to the lone back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Vega. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. And he was was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. They'll run it from the gun. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Going to take a shot at this DB. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them, and I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open.
There he goes. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
And that's the money down, man. 4th down, you just have to have it somehow, some way. You're calling a pass play, you're trying to get it through the air, nothing open downfield, and he just takes over. He just tucks the ball and runs, goes and gets it. Great job, great decision-making by the quarterback on that play.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Vega. Using his feet to buy time. He tried to get away, but the defense was able to track him down.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Got the back over the middle. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Nestled just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And finding space to throw the football against this secondary will be a challenge.
And this talented guy out wide, man, for this offense, he has had his way this season. This will be the biggest challenge for him. And what's the answers on that side? What do they present? Nobody's really been able to stop him, and he's going to get his. But, Palmer, how do they limit the damage, and how do they maybe focus on him and make others beat you?
Well, they talked to us this week on defense, and they said, look, we want to play zone as much as we can. We need to bracket him as often as possible in and out, but we know he's going to line up in different spots, so obviously we've got to communicate. The one thing the quarterback told us this week is, I don't care where he lines up, and I don't care who they cover him with, if it's 1 or 2 guys, I'm still throwing him the football because I know he is going to make plays.
Back to pass, it's Bowers. Pocket breaking down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time he used the lob wedge and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
Now this offense is back on the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. They go to the counter. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Get it out on the screen. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The inside handoff. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Back to throw, it's Vega. Firing to the right, complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They're in makeable field goal range, but on 4th down with this deficit, they'll leave the offense on the field. Trying to do it on the ground. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And, man, we've all experienced these rivalry games and how much fun they are. And this offense had a lot of fun a year ago, right? Like, they dominated this rivalry. They've been kind of hot coming in. And I really look forward to seeing this running back. Can he be physical? Because you know the anger, the animosity, all the stuff that comes with these rivalry games, you need your running back to set the tone and have a great game.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
And finally, we see a little bit of that, which we talked about coming into this football game. Like, we highlighted him. He's a really good football player. They're going to feature him. He's going to make big plays. Today, the defense has absolutely shut him down. That was actually his longest carry of the day. They're going to need more of that from this offense.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Vega. Makes the grab. Snares it with those big hands and strolls into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game, but defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB is looking for.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7.
Number 10, set to kick this one.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. He leaves it with his back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there. And here comes the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Hauls it in and looking upfield. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's the give off the left side. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point.
And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
What a great play call offensively. Taking the shot, you flip the field, and now you better get those red zone play calls ready and dialed up.
This offense thrives on those big, explosive plays, and that one has them set up with a 1st and 10 from the 17. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. It's 3rd and 5. Looking downfield, it's Vega. Going for 6. And it's in there for a touchdown.
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So guys, we'll get another look at this offense. From the gun, give on the inside. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Fight. It's a fumble on the play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Knocked down, but not before he gets the 1st down after recovering the fumble.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Vega. He's got him. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
It's complete to the right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break.
Man, listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually, keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Walker. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Got his man. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Running behind that left side. And he's got a touchdown. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4.
Number 10, set to kick off.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Bowers. Rushes on him. Bought a little time, lets it go. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. And I'll tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout. This week playing a great ball again.
After the big first down sack, it's 2nd down. Looking to fire. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. They'll move the tight end. They'll try it over the left side. And they'll stop him short of the first down, and they've got a timeout if they want to try to get the ball back before halftime. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Oh, look at this thing. They may need a flight attendant on that one. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Dropping back, it's Vega. Pressure coming. Stands in and takes the hit. Finds a spot in the middle. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. Wants to throw it again. Here comes the heat. Trying to buy time. Got a first down. At the 35, he's loose. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. After making 1 field goal, he'll need a little distance on. This one a 40-yard try coming. No good. Had a chance to make this lead 20, but we're still sitting on a 17. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room.
Ready, go!
And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the Ball State Cardinals. Bringing things back to your game, one more refresher on how the first half went down. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, third down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Just about set to get this second half underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Motion from the wideout. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Slips a tackle and he's got room. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Got a little grass. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the first half. And I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, first drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game going, and that's exactly how they start this half.
Catch in the middle. It's Delgado. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Here's a heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. The throw. Hits the open man. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
And that's how you flip the field really quickly. Go from being on your side of the field, creating the explosive play, getting some momentum for this offense, and getting towards scoring position.
Now let's see if they can follow up that huge play. 1st and 10 from the 23. Handoff to the single back. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
From the red zone, it's Fleming. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill?
Oh, they tricked him. It's a fake. He wants to throw. And I guess they thought they'd find the field goal block team napping. They were wide awake, and they come up with the stop. You want to be bold and daring, but sometimes you got to know when to just take the 3. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Looking downfield, it's Bowers. Makes the grab. It's Delgado.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He lets one fly deep. Goes high to pull it in.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Now down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. Quarterback on the keeper. Headed to the end zone, and they corral him at the 2-yard line. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Bowers. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Into the end zone. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with the W.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to adjust the pattern. They go right back to him. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. Looking to throw, it's Vega. Unloads to the wideout. And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. And now this offense will take the field again. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. They'll run the screen, and that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for it all. Holds it in on the left. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Wants to throw again. Got his man on the outside. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. On target. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. He goes right back to the air. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. Brought down at the 8-yard line as he took that interception back inside the 10 to set up this offense.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. Scanning the field, it's Vega. They're working that left side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. They trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Goes to the option. Now the toss. Finding some room. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
And what a great decision by the quarterback. It's such a timing and an art when you run this option. You want to get those guys to collapse on you like he does and get that pitch man open. And then you see now he has space to run down the field and make the big play.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. They weren't going to let him loose again after that big play. This time they knock him down behind the line. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there.
Oh, he's got some space. Got some room headed to the goal line. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to put this one in the vault.
This is a pretty easy situation for the offense right here, guys. We need one play. We need one run up front. O-line, we need you to come through for us and ice this game. They do a great job allowing that back to pick up the first.
And it's just physicality up front. The big boys creating some space because the defense knew what was going on. They have to get a stop here or this football game is over. A lot of guys near the line of scrimmage, they can't get it done, and it is over. And this is where the offense just breathes. Just take your time, huddle up. I'm in absolutely no hurry. I got the lead. I want to continue to run that clock. No false starts, no penalties. Let that clock tick down and then punch it in the end zone to add to this lead.
Here's the pressure. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And they're in for a touchdown late in this game. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
Number 10, set to kick this one away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to pass, it's Bowers. Under fire. He is going to have nightmares about that one. A big gainer right there for the taking, and he missed it. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a throw downfield late. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
This offense has it with really good field position. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo, and you're seeing them now go hurry up.
He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. The give out of the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. 3rd and 6 yards to go. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.